Hi guys, it's Max here from dartsreviews.tv in association with dartsplanet.tv. We've got some players' darts from Winmau. We got the Brendon Dolan darts. Really interesting looking dart. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on these. So what I think we'll do is we'll go over to the table, get them out and have a closer look. So we're over at the table with the Winmau Brendon Dolan darts. Really green box on this. We've got that standard sort of rivet border going around the box and around the window. Picture of Brendon there. All three barrels set up in a Winmau point holder. We've got the 23 gram and the window showing some effector stems in there. Over on the back, we've got a little bit of write-up from Brendon. We've got the tungsten content, 90%. They're precision engineered. It's got an onyx coating and they're match weighted to 0.05 grams. And some safety information on that down here. And you've got another image of Brendon as well. Let's get them out of the box and have a look. So we have this EVA foam insert with the etched in Winmau logo. Got the vector stems and flights all held in place, and obviously the barrel set up in the Winmau point protector, doing everything it needs to hold it in place. Let's get one of the darts set up and have a look. Starting at the front, we have a standard black coated point, adds a bit more grip into the board. We have this black ball nose section here before going into the first of a scalloped ring grip with that natural and green inlay. Quite a narrow scallop, but if you're a front gripper, this is going to be absolutely beautiful because there's not many darts that come with a front scallop for front grippers. The actual ring grip, either side is a slightly wider ring, and then it's the narrower ring and grooves in between. Can't feel the edges too much. They are slightly square cut, but not sharp to the touch. Then we go into the second grip section, where we have a triple ring with lateral grooves. So each ring either side is, I'd say, twice the width as the middle ring. The lateral grooves aren't catching on my finger either, so they're not too cut sharp or anything. They're quite rounded off the edge. So are the rings. I can feel the outside edge of each of the triple ring because there's a slightly wider black inlaid groove with a concave. That's where I'm feeling the edges. They are square cut, but the lateral groove does add another grip element to it. So there's 3 triple ring section there. Then we go into the second scallop, which is much wider, but repeats that ring from the front. So it's a natural finished ring with green inlay, scalloping down, so you've got 2 slightly wider ones on the outside and then the narrow rings in the middle. And then we have another section at the back on the parallel with the triple ring with the lateral grooves as well. Again, feels exactly the same as the front. There's no difference. So it's a repeating scallop and triple ring, but it goes from a narrow scallop to a wide scallop, which is really nice. Slight taper at the back there with that black section before going into the vector short stem and the Winmau prism flight with that green and blue sort of pattern on the back. Looking forward to giving these a go. Plenty of different grip zones, whether you're a front, rear or mid gripper. You can play about with either the scallop or the triple ring, so you've got plenty of potential there. Measurements on this is 6.45 millimeters wide, and the barrel length's quite long at 54.6. I can see why it's that length. There's a lot of dart in there, loads of different potential, like I said. So really opens it up to a really vast market. It's a 90% tungstens and 23 grams, so this is sort of like my sort of weight, so I'm looking forward to having a go with these. I'm going to get the other 2 darts set up and we'll go over to the board and we'll have a throw. So we're over in the dart room with the Winmau Brendon Dolan darts. Looking forward to giving these a go. It's got one of my favourite shapes. It's got a lovely scallop. I always like a scallop or a bit of a taper. It gives me a nice push point. This is a sort of dart that pretty much anyone's going to be able to throw because there's so many different grip zones, but they are long, so we'll have to see how they fly through the air. I'm going to have a couple of throws to get used to them, and then we'll go straight into our 201 practice routine, so let's see how we get on. Oh, a nice steady 60. They're going in at a really nice angle though. Oh, drop my shoulder. Dropped a little bit with those ones, but that's more my body more than the dart or anything. So the dart feels comfortable. That scallop's in just the right place for me, considering the barrel length is quite long. So I should be okay, I reckon. I think I've just got to get used to the length of them so I hit myself in the face. But all in all, they feel nice and comfortable. So let's go into our 201 practice routine. Game on. Managed to pull that last one back. We've left ourselves the Shanghai on the 20s. 120 left to get. Oh, both high. Oh, and then I dropped down. That wasn't very good. Left ourselves 79. See if we can tidy this up. There we go, in 3 darts. There we go. The last 2 I felt quite confident with. All in all, I could easily switch to these as a daily dart. Definitely have to have a smaller flight and shorter stem, because I did feel I was going to like poke my eye or hit my face ever so slightly just because of the length of them. Have them a bit shorter, I definitely feel a bit more confident. But all in all, a really, really nice dart, decent grip, and flew through the air really, really nice. So let's go have a final thought. Well, I thought I might have done better with these. I've done it in 9 darts. I'm happy with that. Started off with a 81. Could have been a little bit tighter, but the dart itself feels really nice. I love having a scallop dart. It gives me a nice like reference point so I can get a consistent grip. And the actual rings in there weren't too bad either. They weren't sharp or anything. So all of the grip was, for me, was coming more from the scallop with just a little bit more control. So I'm going to give it a grip rating of 2. Obviously, depending where you grip, if you're on a slightly higher points, it's going to feel a bit better because obviously you've got that different grip area. But whether you're a front, rear, or mid gripper, there is something for everyone on this star, and it looks really, really striking as well with that sort of like the black and the green and everything. It's a really nice looking dart. Being a player's dart, it doesn't always come in a massive range, but this one does have a choice of 21 and 23 grams, which is really, really good. At least then it's sort of like dead smack and opens up the market slightly. Price point for this, it's a 90% tungsten dart and is £59.95. I think that's a great price. You pay even double that nowadays for some players' darts. So for a 90% tungsten dart with a player's branding, I think that's a really good price. If you've got a set of these or looking to get in a set, or you've got a question or anything, let us know down in the comment section. Maybe even leave your own review if you've got a set of these. It's really nice to have a different point of view for all those players out there. Make sure you check out dartsreviews.tv and dartsplanet.tv. Lots of articles on there to do with competitions and that. There's even some giveaways. And make sure you check out Superfans as well. Some awesome discounts and giveaways on there to be had. Make sure you tick subscribe and tick the notification bell. Lots of stuff coming up in the future. And as always, come back and check us out again soon. Bye.